Hey YouTube, it's Uncle Spud here with my second Let's Play. I'm going to be doing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, so the 3D version, now that I have my capture card from Loopy. I did a review of that a couple of days ago. I appreciate the comments I've gotten on that and helping people out with that, but man, I am excited. This game, oh man, I have so many memories of this game. As a kid, this was definitely one of my favorite games, probably my top favorite game as a kid. I was born right around that age when, Ocarina of Time came out when I was, I think, 10, 11 years old, so playing this at my neighbor's house and just loving this game, and then eventually getting it myself, playing this game over and over. There's so many things I love about this game. The gameplay, the puzzles, the dungeons, the bosses, the storyline. I love this game. As you can see on the layout, though, this is going to be a 3-heart challenge. So this is something where I won't be taking any heart pieces after a boss battle or collecting any heart pieces, well, heart containers or heart pieces, excuse me. So I'll be running this through the whole way with only 3 hearts. I have a little death counter right up, there we go, right up there. I'll be keeping track of my deaths. I'm hopefully gonna keep that limited down, but it's been a long time since I've done a 3-heart file. But yeah, I'm just stoked to try out this game and try out my capture card. So without further ado, you can also see in the 3DS version there is a Master Quest as well. I have actually never played Master Quest. I've played it a little bit. I've played through the first dungeon, so I got an idea, but I've actually never played the whole game through. So that's hopefully another Let's Play I'm going to do, is a blind playthrough of Master Quest. But I figured today, I'm just going to do something that we know pretty well. So I have my file here where I've beaten everything, collected everything and such, but we're going to start right here. And instead of going by link, of course, we're going to go by, is that capital? Can't even tell. Yeah, that's capital. Oh, no, it wasn't. There we go. Oh, whoa. No. Still getting used to this capture card. Sorry about that. There we go. It's a little bit different looking on your computer screen now instead of, looking down at the 3DS. So, yep, my name's Spud. Let's get started. Just so you guys know, before we get started, I'm looking to do this about the same amount of time per episode. I'm trying to complete dungeons, so it might be a little bit longer or shorter than originally anticipated, but I'm looking to do this about between 20 and 30 minutes an episode. But without further ado, let's get started. I've also debated doing voice acting. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm actually a little congested if it sounds like that. So I'm not going to do that this time. Maybe for the Master Quest playthrough I'll do that, but this will just be me talking in my regular voice. Hopefully you enjoy it. But without further ado, let's get started. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. And I apologize if I mispronounce stuff, whether it's Deku, Deku, whatever. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, they live here. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. I love the 3D remake, just the improvements on the graphics and so forth. It looks really clean, really crisp. And I just love the storyline of this game. Who's that guy? Oh no. That face. Ah! Alright, here we go. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and find him and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. I love how he talks with, proper pronouns and such, using thee and thou. It's old school. Alright, so we can see this first-person view of Navi the fairy flying through. There was Mido we just went through. He's a pain in the butt. She's gonna fly around, look around for some stuff. Yeah, man, just look at the graphics. If you just comparing the old N64 game with this game, it's just leaps and bounds cleaner and crisper. But I remember back in the day, back in 1998, when I think this won Game of the Year in '98. Just people thought it was mind blowing how amazing this game was. Now you just look at it and it just looks even cleaner and crisper. Hello, Spud, wake up. The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Spud, get up. Nah, I'm too busy sleeping. Hey, come on. You're gonna hear that sound a lot in this game. Just brace yourself. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? So, I'm gonna wake up. Sound my bed. Look at this fairy thing. Imagine that happening to you. You're like, whoa, what the heck is that? You finally woke up. I'm Navi the fairy. The great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. Okay. The great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. Alright, I'm definitely not going to question that. But yeah, here's the overworld. Excuse me. Let's head on down. Get our first view of everything. Now, there are a couple of differences between the 3D version and the N64 version. One of them you'll see in just a second. Here's our friend Saria. Yahoo! Hey, Spud! So we're going to climb down the ladder, and we're going to go right over here. And this is a little bit different right here. That's a stone of truth, but it's a special one where it'll give you hints about the game if you get stuck on things. So it's something a little different. But while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go to options, and I'm going to switch L targeting to switch. I'm going to save that. And then, now, I don't have to hold L. I'll just hold on to it. Alright. But we're not going to talk to her. We're just going to start collecting some money. Playing this game a couple times, you find little hidden 5 pieces just to collect your money a little bit quicker. There's one of them right there. Now, what we're doing is we're actually getting ourselves a sword and a shield, because Mido, that guy who Navi flew his legs through, there's another hidden 5 piece. He won't let you go through unless you have a shield and a sword. So we're gonna go get our sword first. Gotta try to avoid those boulders. Up to 25 already, good. Right over here in this treasure chest is our sword that we'll be using the entire time as young Link. You got the Kokiri sword. Tap on that to equip it. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Borrow it, yeah. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. I'm gonna borrow it for over 7 years. All right, so we're gonna hit gear right here. You gotta make sure you equip it. And it'll come behind you, and you can even chop signs like I just did right there. Cool. All right, so we're gonna follow this boulder out of here. I mentioned earlier, this is my favorite Legend of Zelda game. I just have so many fond memories of this game. A lot of people really like this game. Not to bag on any other Legend of Zelda games. I know you Majora Mass people are always saying that this game's overrated, but it's lots of nostalgia for me with this game. I love Majora's Mask 2. I love Link to the Past 2. I love all those games. But this one's my #1 favorite. So, question of the day, what's your favorite Legend of Zelda game? And so let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to grab that 5-piece right there. Let's see, where am I price-wise? 33. Okay, so I should have enough. Because all we're going to do now is you jump this little bridge right here. You get a little 5-piece. You have to do this stupid Z targeting tutorial, which we already know how to use, and then we're gonna get this little hidden 5-piece right there, and then we have 40, so we are gonna buy a Deku Shield. You got a Deku Shield. Press R to crouch and defend. If you press R while L targeting, you can move while defending. We won't need anything else, but we are going to equip our shield. Head on out. So we're gonna, now that we are all properly equipped, head over here. This is Mido here. If you want to see the great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Hey, what's that? Oh, you have a Deku Shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? The great Mido will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the great Deku Tree, huh? He's got an attitude. He's got a little swagger to his walk. Alright, so we're going to pop in here. And right when we pop in here, we're going to run into our first enemies. Take one of those out and get a Deku Stick. You can only carry a certain amount, waste them. There's a good trick with these guys too. But yeah, we get through that. And now we are gonna pop in here. Great Deku Tree, I'm back. Oh Navi, thou hast returned. Spud, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the great Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumbers these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Spud, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to take this test? Heck yeah! Then enter, brave Spud, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Spud. And Spud, when Navi speaks, use that icon, which I will never do. I will never do that. I love how they have the little blinking Navi, 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 just to remind you even more. Alright, so here we are inside the great Deku Tree. Deku. I'm not sure the correct pronunciation, that's just how I've always said it. Let's get through here. We're gonna. These guys actually have a little bite to them, unlike the last guys. But we're gonna defeat this guy, and we're gonna get our first Deku Nuts. These guys are fun. These are fun to use. Anyways, let's go ahead and equip some of that. So with the game, you have kind of an interesting setup. You have 2 buttons that you can use for items, and then you have the touchscreen for 2 other items. So it's a little bit different than the original game, but still fun. Alright, so we're going to pop over here. And we're gonna start listening to her, and she's gonna tell us we can climb on vines, on walls, which are kind of obvious. We're gonna climb in here, and we're gonna get our map. So map basically works. You can see it on the lower screen just above me on the layout, but basically the blinking room is the room you're in. Rooms that are just grayed out means you haven't been into them yet, and blue rooms are rooms that you have been into them. So we're gonna go through this door. We're gonna face a little Deku scrub. He shoots these little Deku nets, and you just reflect them back to him. Then you walk up to him. Ow, 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 forgive me, master. If I give you a tip, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land, and you won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though. If the cliff is really, really high. Well, give it a try if you're feeling bold. Waha. Alright, so we're gonna cross this little bridge right here. It's gonna try to collapse, but we're gonna jump in time, grab that, and then we're gonna grab one of the best items in the game for a little kid. I'm definitely talking about a slingshot. Found the fairy slingshot. If you want to shoot right away, do all this fancy stuff. Anyways, so we are going to put the slingshot right there, and then we're going to put that right there. There we go. So we see this little ladder caught up in these cobwebs, and then we're just going to get our slingshot out and knock those down. Good job, Nintendo. Not a way to make you use the item that you just got. Alright, so done with that. Got our main object we need for the boss, which is a kind of a reoccurring role you'll see in the games. We're going to take out a couple of these spiders. And then you could also hold up here. And then an interesting feature with the 3DS is you can kind of move it around, or you can just move your move it naturally with the joystick. So, but we're just gonna climb up these vines. We're gonna skip that guy, and we're gonna go through this door. And we see this little switch right here, and these are time switch, so you'll hear that noise. It's letting you know that there's a time switch. There's a gold Scatola over there. We're not going to do anything with those guys. This is just going to be a simple playthrough, so I'm not going to worry about gold Scatolas or heart pieces or anything, obviously being a 3-heart run. But I got the compass. Compass is a cool little thing because it shows your location, which is that little yellow arrow you can see on the main screen. And the red arrow is where I came from, and then it shows you any other remaining treasure chests in the game. We're going to take care of that guy. Head up here, and then we're going to use our little Deku stick right over here to light this. And that's going to unlock that door for us. Now, a little trick with these Deku sticks is if you swing your sword right after they're on fire, you'll save them. Because if you just let them burn, they'll just burn down and be no good anymore. We're going to take out this big guy right here. He's going to show his belly, and then we're going to take him out. Oh. Then we're going to get a little crazy and jump. And that's how you get to the lower level. We're going to go over here. See this little switch? We're going to hit that. With this being a 3-heart run too, I don't think I'm gonna use fairies because they're kind of cheap, especially later in the game. Because like you die and then they revive you. So I think I'm just gonna limit myself to potions, like red or green potions, because I actually never use potions because you just get fairies and they work out well for you. Oh, wrong thing. My bad. Yeah, let's get that, and then we're gonna have to do a couple cobweb burnings. light that on there, and then we're gonna jump over, roll over here. And just so you know too, rolling is actually faster than running, so you'll probably see me doing that a lot. A little Deku scrub here. Gonna spit that thing out. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You'll never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. You think I'm a traitor? No, you're just helping me out. That's cool. Yeah, let me get those Deku nuts so we can get through this. That's just the bullets you use for your slingshot. And then let's get our slingshot ready. And we'll, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna turn that motion control off because I'm not gonna use it. All right, and then we're gonna dive, just like Navi said. Right over there, you'll see a little switch. To dive, you just go over the section and then you press A. And you'll find out cool stuff happens when you hit the switch. And of course, this is a time switch again, so you got that timer clock going. We're gonna jump on here now that this is lowered by the water level. And safely get over here. And then jump over here. And then we're gonna take out this guy because he's in our way. And Navi's teaching us how to push a block. I'm just going to explain it to you. I'm not going to read it from her dialogue. You just press A to grab and then to move with the joystick. And then if you hold up, you can climb. So. Alright, so that's... Let's see if we can do a little Deku seed. Yeah, studs it just like that. And you can use that. So we're just gonna light these other torches right here. These are kind of just, I mean, it's the first dungeon, so it's really simple puzzles, but it gets a lot more complex and fun. But yeah, we're gonna go through here, and then here is a spider facing the other way. And then you're gonna find some Goma eggs. If you look carefully up here, you'll see those little things hanging right there. Those are like baby Goma larvae. But we're not gonna deal with them. We're just gonna walk over to the side. And I am gonna need a torch. But yeah, you can activate them by like walking underneath them and then they'll fall and you can battle them, but I'm not gonna bother with them. When you're attacking with the sword, you can do like a horizontal slash and a vertical slash, but you can also do a jump attack, and that's like a extra aggressive attack, I guess. It does more damage. So you'll be seeing me do that a lot since this is a 3-heart challenge. We're gonna push this block right here. So we can go over here, get another little torch, jump over here, and then to light this on fire, you just do a somersault while you're holding it. Then we're gonna land in this pool of water, and this is where the Deku brothers are. So you remember the number, 23 is number 1. So here's number 2 right here. Oh, got my first, oh wow. Got my first damage already. There's number 2. Gotta be careful, man. Doing a 3-heart challenge here. There's number 3. And then number 1. If you try to do it a different way, it'll just buzz on you after you hit all 3, and then you gotta do it over again. How'd you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword when she's stunned. Oh, Queenie, sorry about that. Alright. So we're gonna heal up. I believe we are at full health, yep. And we are going to take on our first boss. Let me make sure I know where everything is. Alright. And I'm going to try and make this quick, easy, and painless for Goma. I love the boss animations in this game too. Like, I remember playing this Goma for the first time. And just how awesome this setup was. But yeah, you'll see something crawling up on the top of the surface. And then you just use your little slingshot and you look over. Like, what's going on over there? What the heck is that? Oh my goodness. It's like a crazy crab spider thingy. Parasitic armored arachnid Goma. So what we're going to do is we are going to use our Deku Nut, stun it, and then we're going to hit a couple of times with our sword. She's going to climb up, and she's going to want to try to lay eggs, but we're just going to watch her. When she's straining, she'll turn red, you hit her, and then she's stunned again. And bam! Couple of jump attacks, and Goma's dead. Dun, 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 dun. So whenever you beat a boss, of course it leaves a heart container, which will increase your health by a heart, but with being a 3-heart challenge, ain't nobody got time for that. So we're just going to walk into the portal and move on. So we're going to land down. Well done, Spud. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell thee. Wouldst thou listen? Yeah, I'll listen to you. You're a cool tree with a mustache and eyebrows. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. Hey, that's the dude from my dreams. Tried to hit me with some crazy energy ball thing. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorceress powers in search of the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, three golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. I like the lore behind the story too. Din, the goddess of power. Nairu, the goddess of wisdom. I always mess this one up. And Firar, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nairu poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. I'm gonna totally mess that up. Pharaoh, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, with their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden triangles, sacred triangles, remained at the point where the goddesses left this world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's province. And the resting place of the sacred triangles has become the sacred realm. That's the Triforce, in a nutshell. Thou must never allow the desert man in the black armor to lay his hands upon the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast this death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. Oh man, we're already getting to a sad part. I've been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Oh, no big deal. Okay. Spud, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with thee, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. So without a moment to lose, we're gonna get the Kokiri Emerald. You got the Kokiri Emerald. Bam! And for some reason, it is not wanting to work on my laptop. In fact, I know why, because I moved those images. So I'll update that. Sorry, guys, because I messed that up, but it'll be up there for the next time. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Spud. Thou art courageous. Shouldst thou ever lose thy way, seek a vision of the path from the Shiak stone that stands beside thy home. That's one of the new features I was telling you about earlier. Navi the fairy, help Spud to carry out my will. I entreat thee, Navi. Goodbye. And then the leaves fall, and the tree dies. It's all sad. It leaves his mouth open so you can go check things out later. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Spud. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. So you run off, and then she kind of like runs and looks back for a second, and runs with you. Alright guys, that's going to end episode 1. It was a little bit longer, but I wanted to get through that first part, that first dungeon. But we're going to save. But that's going to end our episode. So we got the Kokiri Emerald, and next time we're going to be paying a visit to Princess Zelda and getting on with our second spiritual stone. Hey guys, hope you really enjoyed my first episode of this second Let's Play, Ocarina of Time 3D. Again, I'm Uncle Spud. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to comment on question of the day. And if you really did enjoy this series, go ahead and subscribe for more information on my Let's Play. I'm hopefully going to be posting videos. Let's see. This is going to be posted on Wednesday, so let's try to aim for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Again, I'm Uncle Spud, guys. Have a good one.